Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Talks with Ubi Franklin. I want to tell you a story. So there was a time an embarrassing situation happened. So the studio where I managed at the time, the studio I told you guys on one of the episodes that was owned by Bossman, where I was a general manager at the time who recorded Kokere. Our next door neighbor was the famous actress Tonto Dike. And because we knew that Tonto Dike lived there, we always wished that we could, reach out to her, So we were also forming big boys somehow, but we wish we could reach out to her. So she knew us, and she knew that, this guy that had Kokere, he always comes to this studio. Something funny happened. So Yaya has been trying to reach out to Tonto, and then something crazy happened one day. So because we're pushing our Land Rover Discovery at the time. So one day, because we didn't have money to buy a new car, yet something happened. What happened? The car broke down on Ozumba Mbadiwe. And guess who was driving beside us? Was Tonto Dike. So I told him, hide. Yeah, hid. You know what Tonto did? She drove close to us, parked her car. I said, is that not yeah? God, was a very embarrassing situation. And again, while we're promoting Kokere, every time we were going to the studio trying to record, you know what I did? So we had one generator. The generator was used in our house and in the studio. So you know what I'll do? Sometimes if Yaya is around, because he had a car at the time, we'll put the generator inside his car and we'll drive it to the studio. If Yaya is not around, you know what I'll do? I'll take a rope, tie the generator on my waist and keep walking, because the generator had tires. Keep walking until I get to the studio. From my house to where the studio was about 1.5 kilometers. So it was what I did gracefully, because this was the hustle. Now, if you go back and look at a lot of Yaya's tour videos, concert videos, I was always standing with a DJ. And what was I doing there? Selecting the songs, and you see a camera on my neck. What was I doing? I was the one shooting the content that you saw on YouTube. In 2013 or 2012 or thereabout, MTN had offered us a deal to sign Yaya as an ambassador. Guess how much the money they offered us at the time? They offered us 7 million naira. But I told Yaya that no, let's go on our American tour. I believe that when we come back, this money will be increased by at least 200%. But we got back from that tour, and that money was increased by almost 500 to 600%. Why? Because we showed what we could do. We documented the tour properly. Yaya was the first artist to tour almost 35 cities in America. Went everywhere. Big shout out to Big A Entertainment. And entertainment kind of opened my eyes to a lot of things. Show business opened my eyes to a lot of things. Music business opened my eyes to a lot of things. And on this episode, I just wanted to tell you how resilience, how consistency, what it does for you. There are many stories. I also remember one time where it was too hot. So we booked 2 shows in Port Harcourt. One with the then deputy speaker, and then Night of 1,000 Laughs. So we didn't know that the deputy speaker's village was far away from Port Harcourt town. So we went there. You know how it is. The guy wanted us to wait around while we were waiting to perform. Night of 1,000 Laughs was also waiting for us. Guess what happened? Before we finished from the deputy speaker's house and came to town to perform at Night of 1,000 Laughs, the show had finished. Opa William used police to chase me everywhere in Port Harcourt. Blessed memory, Timaya's former manager, Prince. I don't know what happened. Prince now told them where I was, and they came, arrested me. He jumped the fence, ran away. They arrested me, took me to the police station, and the deputy speaker had to send someone to come there to bail us, and paid back the money we took from Night of 1,000 Laughs. Another story was we went to Malaysia. One of these times, the guys that were taking us to Malaysia gave us a fake visa. This is what I want to tell you a lot about young managers who are starting the game. If you are going to any show, make sure that you have a confirmed ticket. Make sure that your visa is the right visa. They gave us a wrong Malaysian visa. We got to Malaysia border, and listen, it was the most horrible experience ever. They beat up locked us up in a room at the Malaysian border, and when they finally let us go in, they wanted us to go in. Said it's not going in. We didn't go in. We had to turn back because after a while, I don't know what they did. Now fine. So let me tell you what I did that made them stop beating her. Then Kokere was like maybe 5 million views. So I now went to tell them that this guy's a big star in Africa. Look at this. So I was trying to talk to them, and I now showed them the video of his video. Then I said, oh, that's why one police officer now came. I said, oh, no, leave him alone, leave him alone. At that time, he had dislocated his knee, and he had said he was not going into Malaysia. He had to turn back. And he said, and we called the promoters and said, if they wanted us to come back to Malaysia, one thing they can do for us is to help us get the right visa. And then maybe the next year, we came back. That's how I met Pascal Okechukwu, popularly known as Chief Priest, for the first time. That's where I met Hush Puppy. I met most of the guys I'm seeing in Nigeria right now. I met them in Malaysia at the time. So guys, on the next episode, I'll keep telling you stories, inspiring stories that will help you, like stories that will shape a lot of things for you. But I want to tell you that never be embarrassed about your stories. You understand? I'm going to tell you a lot of successful stories clouded with failure. Stay tuned on this episode. I'll see you on the next episode. Stay blessed. And this episode is powered by Irishman Whiskey.